Welcome to the Valley of the Soot, Arizona State, northern Arizona. You can see why it's the Valley of the Soot. First thing in the morning in a friggin' red tail, or what I call a silver missile. Already spraying the skies. Jeez. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, people, good morning. Northern Arizona, Sunday, January 18th, eastern sky. You can already see them at work. Look at right back in there. You can see that big friggin' trail. Look at the trails there, all the way across, all the way back. Look at that thing go all the way back. See that one big line? All right, there's that bad boy we just said before. There he is. He's already spraying the shit. You can hear the jets everywhere. As I pan toward the southeastern sky, you can see the wisps already from previous spraying. These are already really low, so you know that they've been spraying early. All right, now we're gonna move toward the western sky. And look at the fin work back here. Look at the grid. My God, first thing in the morning, whatever happened to the Valley of the Sun? You Arizona residents should be absolutely angry as hell for this to happen to your state. And I would start getting on McCain's ass, get that son of a bitch out of office, and get some people in here who understand what the hell is going on. There's your southern sky, people. You can see the trails, the crisscross of the grid work. My God, but the fin work, this is what I want to show you, because people think this is clouds. See how that fin all broke up in there? See how that is? That's the top of the grid, okay? As we look back down a little bit, see where it's darker? Look how thick that is. It's already got a gray look to it, it's so low. Let me pan back here, look it up here. That's all friggin' chemtrail, that's not clouds, people. And if you can prove me wrong, but you're not gonna be able to, because we have the documentation. We've been watching the jets all the time, and this is what is happening. All right, just seconds later, I just want to show you the western sky. You can see the grid work coming this way as it's blowing this way, but in the northern sky, still pretty clear. I saw a jet this morning spray some plume. There is behind the houses. You can see the grid work back in there. I was on a higher elevation. I'd show you all the grid work hanging out down there. And now we'll give you an update on the weather report. As we look down here, you can see, I'll get away from the sun so you can see it better. And in the sunshine, right now, 9:30 a.m., quarter to 10. I'm going to say, go by the middle one, 61, we'll just say 62 degrees. All right, seconds later, I just want to show you this before I put the camera down for a while. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a jet just spraying the plume back there, that line. Way back in there above the axe. Can you see that? There it is, right there. Look at that thing. Look at that line. All chemtrail, building the grid up to cover your skies. It'll all be black again tonight. You'll see it. It'll all be black. Look at that trail back in there. See that back in there? My God, people, come on. Don't you want a clear sky day sometime? And lo and behold, we have a red tail. Spraying the unsymmetrical plume. There you see it. One out of the one nozzle, two out of the other nozzle. Spraying over top of the grid. If you can't see that, you need to wake up real fast. See the plume? Look how long he's right inside the grid. Look at the grid work starting to form, all getting pieced together. Look at that. Well, you say, oh no, that's not regular clouds. These are not clouds, people. Look at the grid work. Look at that northern sky. Oh my. All right, we're back on that red tail. So I'm gonna show you people something. There's that red tail. Look at the plume. Follow it right up in there if you can see it. It's all the way up in there. And I'm gonna pan back. This has only been 10 minutes. Look at back in here. Look at the grid work. They're still spraying. Look at that. See that? Follow the pattern all the way up. He's in there somewhere. He's in there somewhere, but I just want to show you. This has just happened just in a few minutes. You can see the grid work. Watch as I pan. Well, look back over here. You can see the double jets way in the background spraying, see, side by side. And then this guy's way up here. I can't catch him yet, but you can see the grid work. The only blue sky we have left is the breaking apart of the grid way in that eastern sky. See how they're trying to piece that together? And here's the little bit of blue we have left. There's the finned work in the clouds. We already know what that is. Over and over, I keep telling you that. Sun's white, it's supposed to be yellow, you know that. You can see the edge of the grid. Look at that edge of that grid. Because that's the northern sky. We get to the northwestern sky. And this is the western sky. Just look how thick that is already. And they keep spraying. People think these are clouds. And they're not. And then I'm going to show you this. Over to the southern sky. Look at the lines just dispersing. Then the two patterns up there from the jets. They keep adding and adding and adding and adding until the whole friggin' sky is covered with this, what you would think is white clouds, but it's actually black, as in the night it turns black. The sun's reflection makes it look white. See the fin work? My God, people. This is no longer the Valley of the Sun, but the Valley of the Soot in Chemtrail Valley. Alright, this is just seconds later, way back in there where those two trails are. There's a third crossing jet coming that way. Look at that. See him in there? He's in there somewhere. There he is, 1, 2, and then the one up there. He's heading into the plume to further thicken that area there. Further evidence of what they're doing, people. Call your local newspaper. Tell the son of a bitches to start putting this in the paper every friggin' day, and yet you people are tired of this. Alright, this is a crapshoot, but I think I got one of those red tails sitting inside the clouds up here somewhere. You can follow the trail all the way down. See that? There he is. Boy, he's going like a bat out of hell. Hope you guys can see this. But it's right through the friggin' clouds. Alright, we're back. Joe Clyde, AscensionPathway.com and Evan Vane channel on YouTube. I'm going to show you what's just transpired in just a little less than an hour. It's around noon or so. This is that eastern sky. As I pan over here, you'll say, well, that's clouds. Well, we know it's not, people. You look real close, you can see the rusted up fin work. See that in there? You can see the chemtrail over here leading into that spot. See how it works? See the chemtrail disbursement? See that? And over here, chemtrail. See how you can see the wisp falling into that big blob there where it's finned work. See that? So I pan over here, most of that thick other grid work has all dissipated or landed somewhere else. This is the western sky, all just full of leftover chemtrail wisp. And then over here in this northwestern sky, there's the last of the grid that just went by. And I just showed you earlier, covered our full sky. Look at this. See all that? Oh yeah, it's all breaking out. I may even be able to get some sunshine, lay out in the sun today, hopefully. But all that shit's falling. Look back in here. You can see the wisps falling. And like I said before, the sun's reflection makes it look white. When the sun goes down, the true color is black. And you can see a little bit right here in this thickness. You can see the gray. That's because it's so thick the sun doesn't go through it. That's the real color. Look back in here. You can see the gray. See that? Alright. Here we go. And continuing on over here, this is the western sky into the northern sky.
Get some documentation or what?
And look at these wisps. Look at the finned work. Look at that over here. Look at the fins. We already know what that is. This is the grid all breaking apart. Northern sky. And look at this back down here in that northern sky. You can see all that crap falling. It's got to be on Flagstaff. Oh boy. Oh jeez. Everybody's got respiratory infection. You can even tell by the sound of my voice it's affecting me. Alright, we're back. I don't know if you can see this, but we got something going on in the sky there. Can't quite see it with the haze in my eyes, but we got, let's see, that chemtrail over there. He should be about over here somewhere. I've got the sun to my back, so I can't quite see it, but it looks like a friggin' red tail spraying the fucking plume. There he is. Sorry about the language. But, you know, people gotta be tired of this stuff. Look at him there. Look how low he is. For me to get this kind of a shot of him. In your face, America, Northern Arizona. They're just filling in the grid. You gotta check this out. Look at the fin work up here by the sun. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I'm just gonna kind of zoom it in. I can't really see, but down below I know you can see that black soot that's falling in between. That's just the lower level. But see the fin work? See the fin work. And people still think these are clouds. That's from the chemtrail people. Come on, how much more evidence do you need to see before you finally say we had enough of this shit? This will give you an idea how this soot is falling from the sky. As I panorama just up and down here, I'm laying down trying to get a little sun before this stuff actually falls on me. But you can see the wisps falling from the sky. Look how that trail broke up. Look at that. Look how that trail broke up. See how it all disperses? And we're breathing it. That's why people have all these respiratory infections. I'm not exempt from that group either. Wow. Incredible. You can just see it falling. I'm not even using the zoom. Alright, here's those same whiffs that I just filmed just a second ago. See how it all broke apart? See that? It all just falling to the sky, from the sky, onto us. Onto the food supply, onto our Mother Earth, onto everything on Earth. They're just destroying the Earth. Look what we got here. God, just never gonna stop today. This looks like a friggin' tanker. But what I'm about to show you, as he heads, he's kind of far away from you. I'm going to show you the plume. Look how long the plume is. See where it dissipates there and it's still thick there. Come on. Jeez. When are going to people realize? You can see how he's heading into that plume. Wow. Just constantly making the grid thicker. Wow. Right over top of that wisp. This is that fin work I showed you earlier. Remember when it was over top of me? Look how it's faded into the northern sky. Same grid work there. You see the fins on the top. There's the patch of grid. And you got some gaps in between. They're trying really hard to fill that in. Let me show you. The panorama. A little bit more over. There you see it. There's the evidence for yourself. Alright, you gotta check this out. Another one coming the other way. Looks like a red tail. Show you the length of the plume. Jeez, look at that. All the way back. I'll bring it all the way to the front again. So we can watch him. He's heading south to north. Again, trying to fill in the blue. That's left. They're just non-stop attack on assault on mankind. I had to get this documentation. You can see the wisps falling from the sky up here. Look at that. Wow. All the way down. Look at that. Looks like it's raining. Raining aluminum, people. Amongst other things. We're back around 3 o'clock and we want to show you the chemtrail disbursement so you can understand it for yourself when you see it.
Wow.
Look at this. Look at the wisp, how it broke apart. See all that wisps?
Wow.
All that shit is going to fall from the sky.
Look at that trail.
Look at that. And then below that, you can see a big friggin' trail.
Oh my God. It's all
Look at all of that. And look at that trail in the background. Wow, I gotta get this. Holy cripe. All the way across. If you people can't see that, go to your eye doctor. Get some help, get some Occupower, something. Because look at that, all the way across. That's gonna disperse into this. See that? That's gonna disperse into that. Look at all that as they block the sun, which is white now. All the way across here. Look at all the way. That's the western sky. Trail up there. Look at that honking trail there.
People think those
wow.
are clouds. Wake up.
Then in the back here, you can see the gray. That's already lowered. Already turning gray. The shield is almost complete from Phoenix to Cottonwood. Look at that. Damn. All right, this is just seconds later. Here's what I want to show you. This bad boy chemtrail. See that all dispersing? Look how long it is. But what I want to show you is these wisps that are falling from the chemtrail. See that? See that? It's like almost like waves. Which looks white. Don't kid yourself. It'll all be black tonight. It'll turn gray and it might even get some pink and yellow as the sun reflects out as it goes down. But I have a feeling this stuff is going to blow over to another town. But just look at those wisps. Wow. That's just incredible. Look at the size of that chemtrail. All dispersing. You see the wisps over here too. Look at that. My God, look at this over here. Oh, that's another trail. That'll all be wisped too as they blend it together. See that? How it's all blending together. That's just downright criminal. And look at the back over here. I don't know if you can see that or not. The sun's right in my eyes. I'm just pointing the camera out there. You can see the one chemtrail I went through is already gray. It's so thick that it's looking black or gray already. All right, now I'm going to go back to that northern sky where this guy had sprayed the nasty of nasties. Look at this. Zoom it in nice and slow. Look at the nasty of nasties. Back it off. Oh, it's all gonna, those will all start wisping down. Look, it's already starting to break apart. See? See that? It's already starting to break apart. My God, people, look back down in here. See the fin work again. You can see the fin work. See the fin work? You people need to start waking up real soon. All right, look at this, people. I don't know if you can see this, but you can see a rainbow. And that's not water either. That is like a dirty chemical rainbow right there. Wow, and look how those wisps are dispersing. It looks like a friggin' feather off that chemtrail. Look at this. Wow. Unbelievable, people. If you still think this is clouds, you gotta get your friggin' head examined. My God, you could see the shit falling apart. How much more evidence in your face do you need? Look at that shit. Excuse the language, but you people need to see what's happening here. My God, you could see what's going on.
What the shit?
I don't know if you can see this, but we got a jet up there. See if I can zoom him in. And he's not spraying at all. Unless it's an invisible plume. backing it off. I don't know if you can see him in there. I lost him.
That is the worst looking trail I've ever seen, dude.
But he's up in there. No plume, I hear him. But as I drop the camera down, you can see the lower levels turning gray already. That's because it's not, the sunlight is not reflecting on it. Wow, and there's that wisp that was overhead before.
Oh my God.
Wow. Wow. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
That's gonna land on somebody. It's not gonna land on me, but there's gonna be other shit that lands on me. Probably this or that. Got a jet up there next to the wisp, no plume.
He's getting ready to spray in another location.
Let's see if we can zoom him in and see exactly who he is. Yeah, I lost him. No plume. We'll have to get him back later. Maybe he'll show up. But wow. And look at this. We got a red bad boy. See that? Right over top of that big wisp. Further evidence. All day long. They just keep refueling and coming after us. Plume after plume. Spray after spray. Disbursement after disbursement. Man. There's that wisp. Wow. There's this wisp. Look how that has transpired. And that red bad boy is heading right for the top of that wisp. Now this is interesting. Check out the hole in the grid. See the wisp in the middle there? Look at that. See how it's all falling apart? That's why we just saw that red bad boy trying to fill it in. But here I'm going to show you this again, is what happened to this trail. Just figure it out. You can see it through the tree. It's a rainbow of a wisp without any color. It's just a wispy rainbow. Look at that. You tell me a cloud looks like that? Right into the soot. And look at back there. You can see already the lower levels starting to fall. And it's only 3 o'clock. It's already fallen. Man, we're going to be saturated with black soot by evening. All right, people, we're back. It's just a little after 3 in the afternoon. Joe Clyda here, AscensionPathway.com. Sunday, January 18th. Cottonwood, Arizona. Facing Mingus Mountain. Facing south. Okay. This is what I want to show you, what they've done. Okay. It's so ridiculous. Come on, I can't believe this is still going on and nobody knows about any of this. The people that are awake do. I apologize to the people that are awake. We know what's going on. Alright, but I want to show you this. I'm going to zoom this in and I'll explain it. See the edge. Look at the edge. That's the edge of the grid. That's the shield blocking the sun from the best part of the day. And as I go over here, I'm going to back it off a bit so you can get a better perspective. You see these wisps right up in here. There should be 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Those are old chemtrails that are still persisting. That's the real color of the chemtrail. You people say, oh, it's contrails. No, contrails are white vapor. This is black soot coming out of there. It just looks white when they spray because of the reflection of the sun. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out if you just pay attention. That's what this documentation is for. You'll say, oh, well, these are white clouds back here. No, they're not. They're all wisps from chemtrails. You'll say, well, how come it's not black? It's almost on the bottom. Well, that's because it's higher up and back in the horizon. Okay? And you can see the wisps falling from the sky as I pan this. Clouds don't fall from the sky and go to the ground. If that happens, I like to see that. I like to see a real cloud fall to the ground. You show me that. Okay, now you look at the edge of the gray grid. It looks gray. It's really black. The sun still is bright enough that it's reflecting back off the inside of the earth up, but it's still not enough light to make it look white. Maybe give that scientists something to think about if they want to make this look more like clouds. But we're on it. But if you look in the back here, let me focus it in. Let me get it nice and slow so you can see. Let me show you the grid from a perspective. Check this out. Southern sky back there. They usually target that area. You can see way back here. I hear jets above me too. That's another part of the grid, but we got a spot in the open there. I don't know if that's done by design, but I think what they're doing is they try to block the sunlight at the peak time of the day. Then they kind of let it go. If we head toward the southeastern sky, oh boy, I got a red bad boy up here. I'm gonna check it out so you can see for yourself. Oh God, he's heading right for the grid. I don't know if you can even see this, but there's a red bad boy. You can see the trail he just left. I don't know if you see this either. But as I pan back down to get back to what I was talking about, there's the finned work again, like I showed you. Don't be fooled by that, it's not real clouds. And back here, you can see a trail went back here. See that right through there? Look how big that is. See that all the way across as it goes right into the grid work. Let me back it up so you can see. See how that trail goes right into the grid work. And now we're facing the eastern sky, and you got some blue back there. That's why that trail is going to disperse and try to see how it's all breaking up to fill in the blanks. It's all done by design, people, and you're letting it happen. I'm trying to document this. I'm bringing you the info, and there's a lot of sites out there that'll help you out, such as Chemtrail Planet, Chem Chasers, Geoengineeringwatch.com with Dane Winnington is probably the best. He's got a good team of people. But there you see the edge of the grid, the fin work, the gray soot here falling right down on me. Go back in the horizon, that's the northern sky. If you look way in the back, see another trail back there? See that? Look, come on, it's all going to disperse and cover it up. Back over here, you can see, even though it's dropping so fast, that the wisps are white, like we showed you early in the afternoon. See that? That'll all be black. You're breathing it. See the stuff there? That's already behind the clouds, so the sun doesn't go through it. That's why it's black. There's not moisture in there. There might be some, but that's all friggin' chemical. Look at this. You can see as it starts to get gray. Sun is blocked by gray soot. Back to the top of Mingus Mountain in the west. Just see how they did that. They're just blocking that sunlight at the peak time of the day. So guess what? Your food ain't gonna grow right. I'm still hearing more jets above me. I can't see shit because of the soot. But one more thing before we go, I'm going to show you right back here in the corner. Look at this chemtrail that nobody's even going to see. But you've seen it here on the Evan Fain channel, ascensionpathway.com. Don't be fooled by my website. I'm going to be changing it up quite a bit to give you all kinds of different information. Lower wisps already falling to the ground back there. You can see it. Anyway, isn't that incredible? Take a good look, people. See that? A complete shield. Look at that. I'm going halfway up when I rotate up, okay, so you can get a perspective of it. Got a little blue there. That's the northern sky. Look at the fin work again. See that? My God. Up back in here. There you go. And then there's that big trail all the way across. All right, Joe Cladis, ascensionpathway.com, signing off until we got some more new footage for you. All right, every time I say signing off, something else happens. But here's what I want to show you. Well, I can still got it in the viewfinder. Remember I told you that jet that was passing by? I don't know if you saw it or not. Well, there's the bad boy chemtrail. I knew it was a red bad boy too. I could tell, but it was red. I could see him. Hopefully I can get him as he comes through that plume. Get him on the other side right there. But as I panorama, there's another jet coming out this way in the eastern sky. See, it never stops. They're filling in the grid work to block that friggin' sunlight. That's only one of the many agendas. There's so many agendas. And the pilots are told it's a matter of national security. It's a bunch of bullshit. All right, let me see if I can find that red bad boy. He should be popping out, unless he turned off his plumers. That's what I call them. They're the injection system that comes through the nozzle. People think it comes out of their jet engines. I'll tell you again, if that shit was in the jet engines, the engines wouldn't run. My God. It's like try putting those chemicals in your car and see if it'll run, okay? My God, people. Look at the fin work over here as we wait for the red bad boy. If he does he might have turned up in there. Those guys don't have flight plans. They just go where the soot is or where the satellite tells them. But back here, God, I just can't stop filming. There's just so much to show. Look at that line. Look at that line there. Look at these lines. See how it all be put together there? It's just simply incredible. Well, I'm not seeing that red bad boy come through there. It looks like he turned. You see that? It's almost as if he knew I was watching him. See the trail? See how he's turned in, so he might be down here somewhere. All right, I think he might be coming through there at any moment. Let me see. Still don't see him. I'm gonna give him a few more minutes. I think I see him. It's so far back there, I don't know. I don't know if you see him or not. I'm not seeing him. Anyway, we'll be back if he ends up showing himself. All right, we're back after the workout, and you can see what has happened. That big grid work that we documented earlier has floated to the east, right away from us. See that? It's all sitting in there. Look at that. That's the eastern sky. And you can see on top, you can see the chemtrails. My God. Going over here, southern sky. We'll document this real quick here. Southern sky, way up, all clear now. It's all blown over, completely blown over. I'll show you the northern sky in just a bit, but you can see the edge of the grid. See the edge of the grid back there? It all flew back on over.
Son of a bitch.
All right, check this out.
Look at that fucker.
Let's see if we can make out what it is. Can't really tell from this angle, but they're still spraying. They're just never giving up. Look at that. They're just never giving up.